We're getting this show on the road. It's Amicable. I'm Connor Houghton, as per usual. I'm joined by my co-host, Declan McRory. Woo! So by the time this has been uploaded, you should have already seen available a list of films that, everyone seems to hate that we just appreciated. So we're doing the exact opposite today. We're going for popular films that we disliked. First is Declan's 10. So he's going to start in an order or in no particular order?
No particular order.
No particular order, folks.
Because it's hard to order how much you hate.
Exactly. And I am going to be really shocking. Ooh, if I did, I'd leave that for last.
Fair. I think we'll have some that we'll argue over. You'll be like, no.
There's one that I think you probably like online.
There's one that we know that you love because that's what kicked this list off.
This entire idea, yeah.
I'll throw that in later.
I'll
start.
I'll pretend that I didn't know it was going to be there and be like and make loads of jokes.
Fair. I'll start with.
Oh, I can't believe this.
I'll start with. Also, we should clarify that we don't necessarily hate these films.
No, we just don't like them as much as most people seem to. Which some of them, there's a few in mine I see have got merit. I don't know whether it's the same
they're not terrible, but they're not amazing.
Yeah, not enough to keep me really as in love as everyone else.
Yeah. So my first one I'll go with is a Christmas film with Home Alone.
Home Alone, nearly online.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everyone loves this goddamn series, and they're all terrible. They're all awful. I mean, I'd rather watch Macaulay Culkin now, just doing coke.
Doing coke as well. We mentioned that in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, we genuinely do.
It's awful. And I mean, I don't get the merit of it. It's basically terrible humor.
It is
slapstick.
Yeah, and there's this Family Guy sketch, and I know I don't even like Family Guy that much anymore.
When they get things right, they really do.
When they do,
their funny bits are really funny.
And there's a Home Alone sketch, and the guy was like, "So I saw all these cars on the floor, so I just decided I'd walk around."
I've seen this
stuff like that.
I was mildly being electrocuted, so I just let go of the handle.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole. So obviously the film is the plot.
Well, that's ruined it for me. That sketch.
Just that
ruined
sketch,
the entire logic of the film.
The plot starts with Kevin, isn't his name?
Kevlar.
Is in a family of 10 people or whatever,
thousands of them.
And it's basically cheaper by the dozen. They're all running around, and then they get on the plane and they're like, "Oh my God, we forgot Kevin." And there's some awkward family humor before that.
Yeah, they all just hate him.
Yeah, we're all quirky, and and it doesn't come across like that at all.
No, it doesn't.
And then he's home alone, and for some bizarre, it's very much a plot.
He's home alone. Roll credit.
Oh, it's I don't know if it's Deus Ex or not, but you know where a film plot just feels like it's there just to set up the film.
Yeah.
What most.
I love my yeahs, don't I? As we found out last time.
Sorry?
I love my yeah.
Yeah. But it's very much a situation entirely created. That's never gonna happen.
This shouldn't happen. Yeah, they were so avoidable in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. And then even when it's
frustrating,
we've left. Yeah. Oh, what can we do? Oh, you've no person who can look after.
Yeah, you can't.
No way you can retrieve the situation.
You don't have a neighbour who you trust a bit.
Better
than leaving him by himself. Yeah.
So then they sort of try to throw some cute teeny bop things in and be like, "Oh, look, he's dancing around the house. He's like Tom Cruise in Risky Business." And
and then he's combing his hair back and
quirky. Look at the cute 11-year-old. He is 11 as an actor.
He's about that. He's I think probably a bit less.
Yeah, and then so then these kidnappers come who are the most inept kidnappers ever.
Oh, I know. And one was played by Joe Pesci, who's played some genuinely intimidating people.
Is it actually Joe Pesci?
It is. Yeah. I didn't know for ages.
I thought it's one of those ones who you think is.
Yeah.
Him.
I thought I was like, people just pretending. Yeah. But
no,
genuinely is. Yeah.
I think it was my uncle or someone was adamant that it was Danny DeVito. Because I was saying a short guy,
a short guy, Italian,
a bit of an accent, yeah. So he was not to the point where we're watching the film, and he's going, "It's Danny DeVito." It's like, no, it's not.
Have you seen a picture of Danny DeVito ever? Yeah.
But then what for about an hour? It's kind of like Man of Steel for me, where the
fight
whole
fatigue.
it just goes on.
Yeah.
It's one skit that should be about 2 minutes long, and it goes on.
It should be an SNL sketch.
Yeah, and 45 minutes later, he's still shocking them with things and heating things up.
Yeah, and they're still alive. Yeah, as well.
Yeah, and I've seen all that stuff. People have done the math and what do you call it? The freaking, this brick falling from this height would absolutely blow your skull.
Would definitely kill someone. Yeah. And the paint can swinging across with that much impact as well.
Probably would. Yeah.
to be fit. Like, wow, this film is dreadful.
It just
It's not that funny either. That's the
that's
big
what I
thing.
mean.
Yeah.
It just seems really. Again, it's not terrible,
no.
but I don't think it's any better than those sort of what do you call those? You know, the other like awful sort of slapstick comedies. Like I'm trying to think some of them.
Oh, jeepers! There should be so many. Shouldn't
Any of those Adam Sandler films, for example, I would argue.
Yeah, like just go with it.
Yes, yeah. Or yeah, I don't know, any film like that. It just seems very fine. I don't know. It's not a classic.
No.
To the fact there's four of them.
Yeah, there are.
I don't think anyone's seen the fourth one, to be fair.
No, not even the cast.
I don't even think Macaulay Culkin's in the fourth one.
No,
he's
not in the third.
Is he not?
I don't know if he's in the third.
Pretty sure he is.
Oh, is he? Yeah, no, he's definitely not in the fourth. He's a brown-eyed kid who's younger again than I think he ever was. Than he ever was in his entire life.
That was the youngest he has ever been. But yeah, just I don't know. I don't hate. I don't think I wouldn't hate this film if nobody cared about it. If it came out
if it was just meh,
and someone said let's go see it, I would have been like, ah, okay, it's Christmas.
Alright, yeah.
But the fact that it's on 10 times a week for 4 weeks, and everyone goes, let's sit down and watch Home Alone. I'm like, why? Why? It's not Christmas till you see Home Alone.
No. Think about it. They have wasted, like, it could have been such a good film from that premise.
Maybe
like, if they make him like a bit older and think of a better reason why he's older, like maybe he was like old enough that they could just trust him if he wasn't a little kid, because you'd still be surprised with that behaviour in like a 15 or 16 year old, because they'd still be a psycho for that age. And that's another thing that he comes across as a massive psychopath after a while.
Yeah,
he's just like,
and it's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole film just seems really odd.
And then there's that bit, like his parents come back. Mother's like, hey, honey, what have you been doing? And he's like, I've just been hanging around. And they all laugh. It's like, that's not a funny line.
No,
why
exactly.
There's nothing witty about that. It'd be funnier if he went, I shot the guy in the face with a pellet gun.
That would be
made
great.
him step on nail.
If it was more like, we need to talk about Kevin.
Yes! Oh my god, that was a good segue.
Kevin is just the film is just him
gradually becoming a serial killer.
Like bullying these two men.
Yeah.
Who actually weren't even trying to rob the house in the first place. And it's just him being the
There we are. If they got Ezra Miller and not Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's the right age then, you justify him.
There's a perfect film.
Yeah.
And Danny DeVito.
Spot on, and Danny DeVito.
I don't know, who would you get to play? I don't know.
The other
tall guy.
Daniel Stern is that actor. He's in The Wonder Years.
He reminds me of the guy from The Office.
The American Office?
No, the original.
Mackenzie Crook.
Yes. Yeah.
That's who I get to play the other guy. Then.
That's they just look not enough, but just a
very
little
slightly.
bit. Yeah.
In other stuff there's no similarity at all.
No.
To be fair.
I don't know. Either I would do that, or I'd remake the film as a really, really weird teenage sort of like awkward comedy. And have like Michael Cera play.
I was gonna say Michael Cera, like a diluted colour palette.
Yeah, just him being like, oh, okay.
John Heder.
Definitely, yeah, brilliant. But yeah, I don't have much to say on this film. I just find it really.
No, I think I've said everything I wanted to on that one.
It's not awful.
No,
again.
it's very fine,
and it's very boring.
People act like they've watched Citizen Kane after they've seen it.
Yeah.
Mind you, not that I know how good that is these days. It's just known for being amazing.
I know. I was gonna say we've used Citizen Kane more than like
films we love.
Yeah, which is
an
example. We just use it all the time.
Because everyone just knows his status now, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. So we'll move on.
Yeah, so we'll call it number 9, but there is no real.
Oh, good number 9. Oh, number 2. Oh, go on.
Oh well, yeah, it's the second one. Yeah,
both ways. Here we go.
The second one being mentioned.
I will go. I'll do my second Christmas film then. The one that you adore and I really don't. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, what's this? What's this?
Who would have known? Yeah.
Oh no! What's this? What's this? That was a reference.
That was good.
Well.
That was quite good. I don't hate this film again.
All right,
there's stuff
a strong start.
There's stuff I do really like about this film.
Right, let's focus on that. Let's focus on that.
So I really like how it was made.
Yeah.
I like the stop motion stuff. Tim Burton's a bit fatiguey.
Yeah.
In terms of like
he didn't direct it. Is Henry Selick, but he is involved. He is massively involved, but he didn't direct it yet.
Well, it's the same as the Coraline. It's the same. He barely anything to do with it.
Oh, he had nothing at all. I don't think.
Yeah. I think he was executive producer. Or something. So he's basically put
is that what it was?
Something like that.
Corpse Bride is actually his.
That's
like
totally
he actually, yeah.
But I enjoy the stop motion. I enjoy that it's a Tim Burton film. The second you turn it on, it's like the same about The Simpsons, where if you're flicking through channels, you know it's The Simpsons.
You know, yeah.
Like I enjoy that. I enjoy the sort of homemade standard of it and whatnot. Not homemade, but like hands on.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah.
But I just find it very. I guess like I don't get enough out of the actual film.
That's fair.
Versus like again, if I saw this film, if we went to see this film, I'd be like, that was quite good.
Yeah.
And I'd have enjoyed it, but because people genuinely think it's one of the greatest films ever made.
It is my favourite film.
And that's okay. And to me, it just doesn't do enough to get there.
No, yeah, fair enough.
Kind of like when we went to see Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yeah.
Which everyone should go to see.
It is great, yeah. It's another stop motion one as well.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. Like, it's a similar idea and clearly based on in a lot of ways. I would say.
Yeah, I'd go that far. Yeah.
But I just felt like I got more sort of character out of Kubo, I guess, rather than.
Yeah, it's longer as well, is the thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because Nightmare is short. It's like 72 minutes.
Yeah, I always thought it was a really long film, and I watched it recently.
It's like over
the
straight
intro is
away,
like a quarter of the film. Like,
yeah,
set it up, but that's it.
I wish I'd seen it less in a way though, because that intro, I'm so desensitized to it. It should be terrifying. Like if you watch it with an objective mind, you're like, this is actually quite scary.
And they never like justify anything in that film. It's just like, oh yeah, there's a dead thing. There's it's very.
You don't know if they were actually humans. Yeah. There is problems like that.
So I don't dislike it massively, but I don't enjoy it particularly. I'm like, it's pretty good, but yeah, why is it one of your favorite films? That would interest me more, to be honest.
I wish I had. I could talk. This entire podcast will become about that. If I say like one thing I like about it, I'll be like, that's not enough. I gotta mention this. I gotta mention this. Can you see where I come from with my characters?
Yeah. And you're just like, no, I think you're wrong, or you're like,
I don't even. It's not even I think you're wrong. It's just the bits that I like far outweigh any problems.
That's fair. Yeah. And maybe you know what? Maybe I will enjoy it more in years.
Because like Sally doesn't really have that many lines at all, and she is the second most important character,
and she's probably arguably more recognizable.
If you in pictures now, yeah, she is by now.
She's also a very commonly dressed up Halloween character. Quite weirdly.
Hey.
Is it a Christmas film or is it a Halloween film?
Well, I think the moral is much more Christmas based, but it came out on October the 29th of the year, yeah. So that's much closer to Halloween. I think I'd rather. I mean, I say it's both, so I can watch it in both events, but really, I think it is a bit more Christmas. It's got Christmas at the message of it, I'd say. More has got Halloween.
Yeah. Also, do you think that Corpse Bride and whatnot get to the same? Do you think it's?
I don't think.
Or do you think that like shines above the wall?
I think this really, But like I watched because I had in my mind the Corpse Bride wasn't very good just because of how much I love Nightmare. But I watched it again like the other day and I was like, no, it is actually quite good if you forget the Nightmare's a thing.
Okay, because it's just like we'll do it alone.
The gold standard, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, and it's definitely Tim Burton's best film.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know why I hesitate. It's my favourite film.
I was like, yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Edward Scissorhands is great, to be fair. If we're talking like good ones.
It's another one that like I find really weird.
Fair enough, yeah.
I don't dislike it, but I just mean like I find it really. It's weird to me that Edward Scissorhands is a big film because it should be a weird Cannes art film.
Yeah.
And instead you just watch Johnny Depp run around and you query the whole time how he wipes his ass and whatnot.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't know if does he eat though. Do you ever see him?
I think he's meant to be a bit of a demon or something.
Yeah, he's like Frank. He's like Sally.
Yeah.
He's just with scissors hands.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I have much else to say on that one.
That's fair enough. Nightmare Before Christmas Day. Oh, fun fact. Kevin's mother in Home Alone is Sally's voice actress.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's a great.
Because when he mentioned Home Alone, I was like, I know he's got another Christmas film, but if I say it now, it'll ruin it, so I'll keep that in the locker.
You should try.
That's a great fun fact.
You should try and find a connection for all of these. So I'll just move on to the next one.
Ooh, right, go on.
This one's more modern. I don't know if you've seen it.
Okay, go on.
But it was Split.
Oh, James McAvoy. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it. So I think we've talked about this anyway. Like I find, and it's kind of M. Night Shyamalan in general.
Yeah.
He's
he's divisive though, isn't he?
Well, he's
like people were very split on this film. Oh,
knee slap. So obviously he had his great start I don't know if it was,
Sense, yeah.
but he had Sixth Sense,
yeah.
and I think that's pretty much it. He had a couple of big films.
No, I think it's. Well, I can't name any of the others.
And then he had his dip, and everyone acknowledges this dip. So no one thinks that The Happening is a fantastic piece of art.
No. Unbreakable is like people are split on. Or split. I didn't even do that on purpose. Oh my god.
Unbreakable was before as well.
Yeah.
That was before
was it before Sixth Sense?
Yeah. No, it was before the like dip in his career.
But yeah, he's always like attributed to. He's always attributed to like really stupid twists and things. He's done like 2 films with twists.
It's more than. To be fair, people say that he's done a twist in every film.
Yeah,
and they're not twists; they're just plot.
No, they just plot.
Except, I mean,
Sixth Sense genuinely is.
The Happening is an awful twist.
The plants did it.
The plants. They're like, okay, like, yeah, that wasn't really a twist as such as like, here I'm just gonna fill in what it is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna explain. Yeah,
I think because I think at that point, does every Scooby-Doo episode end with a twist?
No, because you know what's going to happen from the last episode.
Well, yeah, but I mean, as in, like, the logic
if you've never seen it, yeah.
If it's a twist because they took the mask off and it's a part, it's like, that's not a twist.
But they always know because they say, let's find out who this character really is.
Yeah.
So it's not a twist for them, and it shouldn't be because they're detectives, apparently.
Yeah. But yeah, it was it came out, I think, last year now. And the thing,
it's new.
To me, I would say it's just as bad as some of the other Emma Shyamalan films.
Really slated, Lady in the Water is meant to be dreadful.
Oh god,
have you seen it?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it
all the way through or anything, but yeah. He just like, it's just very. He's one of those ones that like you wonder how he's an A-list director. I'd say he's in the top 10 most famous directors of all time. Yeah,
but not for good reasons though.
Like 2 good films, like.
So that'd be what would they be?
Sixth Sense, maybe Unbreakable.
And Unbreakable.
Maybe I don't know. But yeah, so Split is like. It's obviously another. What's
the plot actually?
What's the plot? So, spoilers or?
Let's go for a spoiler free.
Let's go for a spoiler free.
So, like, if it's got like a sentence or 2 sentences.
Okay, so let's just say that the trailer was very clear about what it's about. It's about what do you call it? What's his name?
James McAvoy.
Yeah. Like if something with Hugh McGregor. No, Hugh McGregor. James McAvoy. James McAvoy has split personality disorder, and there's like 8 of them. And there's a psychologist who's going, yes, there is 8 types of, there are people can have different people, And this actually, when I was watching it, I enjoyed that to an aspect because it's one of those things when you're a child, not a child, but I think a lot of people assume that split personality disorder is a real thing, in terms of like people think that like it's diagnosed just the way schizophrenia is diagnosed and depression.
Yeah.
Whereas it's actually a bit pseudo. There is some proof and stuff, and there's some ideas, but like it's a bit pseudoscience.
Yeah.
As in, there's a lot of cases where people go, this person from history had split personality, and they go, or were they just a bit delusional?
Yeah.
That's not there's not enough there.
Yeah.
And there's a big debate.
Do they actually in the film as well?
So in the film, they acknowledge it isn't just like. You know how we talk about like when people use the 10% of your brain trope.
Yeah.
And like that's totally dismissed. Whereas at least in this film they acknowledge that most of the scientific boards don't agree that there's enough evidence to suggest.
That's quite cool.
Whereas this girl's doing research on the likes of James McAvoy saying
that's
that
making
actually,
me want to watch the film. Which
but
is definitely not the aim of this.
The film sort of doesn't go anywhere after that. Is what my issue was.
Oh yeah, no, that annoyed me.
It set it up really well.
Yeah.
And you get to the end of the film and it almost felt like total bull. Like to me it just felt people
cheated, yeah.
It just felt very like, oh, we're doing this, and then there was no resolution. Kind of like I have another film like this actually.
I've got a favorite.
It started out with a good idea and there's a lot of good characters and stuff, and then it just sort of drops off. Forgets what it's about. Like, let's make a film about this. Let's make a film about mental health and how this person's going to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it kind of becomes like a superhero film by the end. Really bizarre. So yeah, I don't want to say too much else because it's only a year old or so.
Yeah, it's new, yeah.
But yeah, it's another film that if I'd watched it in isolation, I would have thought it was one of the bad Emma Shyamalan films. And yet,
but everyone's like, he's really coming back with this one. Yeah. It's
not
like everyone said that, didn't they?
Also, I hate, with a passion, Oscar bait films.
So do I.
James McAvoy plays 8 different characters, Sean.
Yeah, I thought that like I need to watch it, but I thought that about Moonlight as well. Like my mother said, "Oh, this film coming out."
Oh
So
yeah,
explain the plot,
Black
like,
Brokeback Mountain, whatever.
yeah, and I was like, "Oh, this does sound really Oscar baity, and it might be amazing." Like,
Apparently it is
they might have
good.
deserved
Apparently,
it.
I haven't actually sat down and
But I
watched it.
definitely, I thought like this sounds Oscar baity, and then it won the Oscar.
Yeah, so then you don't know, I suppose. But then
Yeah.
some films are a bit. I mean, La La Land's a bit Oscar baity as well. And I
It is,
enjoyed
but
it.
I liked it enough that
But
I didn't care. So
I think
it
it's
could be the
more-
same with Moonlight.
It's more like The Revenant and stuff. I don't like. It's like let's get an actor to do ludicrous things
Mm,
for 2 hours. And
that's
we watch,
what this film
That's
is.
what this
altogether,
is. It's like
yeah.
let's just watch James McAvoy do like his sort of 10 impressions. You know, let's see what different accents he can do and what different.
Does he do different voices? Does he?
He like one of his personalities is a woman, and he's like,
Oh.
"Woo!" Oh Jesus, like.
Are you supposed to take it seriously?
Yeah, it's a bizarre, weird film. And like,
It's really confusing.
it would have been fun if they'd done it as a very serious take. Like, if they allowed for a little like headspace for it to be about mental health, and for you to watch him sort of like he's dressed as a woman, and that is very weird. Whereas it becomes almost making fun of it. It almost becomes very parody, as in like, oh, he's a child now, haha.
Yeah.
But the film isn't sort of because obviously we can laugh at, we can laugh at people having these sort of.
Oh, fine.
Okay. Apologies, there was a blip there, but I'll edit that out.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. Anyway.
Um,
yeah.
Back to what I was saying. So yeah, we have to be able to laugh at. It's not funny. Mental health obviously isn't funny,
Yeah.
but you have to be able to acknowledge that like it is a bit bizarre that this man thinks he's not a child and he's running around blah blah blah. Whereas this
Yeah.
film takes itself so seriously that at no point does it let itself. And as I said, by the end of the film, it makes you realize like, no, this film literally had no idea where it was going. It just
Yeah.
that
sounds about.
The twist of this film isn't what it should be. That's how I describe it.
Yeah.
Sort of
Is it to do with like
the personalities?
Yeah.
So it builds up to something, and
I'll just read the twist on.
I'll say it was kind of like Shutter Island, and I can't spoil this film.
Oh, I don't know the twist to that either.
I can't spoil this thing because you need to watch that.
I haven't watched
but
it. I know it's got the ending changes everything.
It does the twist right, as in like the whole film hits something and then it goes, oh, actually.
Yeah.
Like, no, you need to rewatch the film. Whereas this film basically goes, oh, you know that thing we were hitting at? Yeah, that's what it is.
That's exactly, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I'll shut up about that now.
So Split was that one, folks. You're on to, like, this is...
The fourth?
This is the fourth one you mentioned. Yeah, that's right. So...
I think you've seen this one. I'm actually a wee bit worried about which ones you've seen and stuff.
I feel like if you got like so far no overlap, but I think there could be like the next 5 could be 5 I've got.
Overlaps, yeah. I've avoided a little bit as well.
Yeah, same.
Woman in Black.
I've seen the play, not the film.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. So I think we've talked about the film anyway before this.
We've cut that out of the episode though.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, so this is like a bootleg.
This is a bootleg. It's a deleted scenes.
Yeah. No, Woman in Black is a horror film that came out. Oh, I was going to say like 3 years ago, but it's
way
like
more
8
than that.
years ago.
5 or 6.
I think it is, yeah. Oh, that's freaking out.
That's
terrifying.
terrifying,
I was like 14. Oh man. I was 15.
Yeah, you would have had. Oh no, it was a 12, so you could. Yeah, no, right. So you were about 15. Yeah.
Yeah, I was 15. Oh man. But yeah, so this film. So it was Daniel Radcliffe trying to
break away.
Yeah, and he's done a couple of films to break away from Harry Potter. He's done this. He's done
Now You See Me Too.
Now You See Me Too. Oh Jesus. Now You See Me Too. The one with the devil horns.
Horns.
Sorry,
that's
yeah.
the one.
Which I actually didn't see. It looked a bit bizarre. Apparently it was quite good.
Probably alright. I think it's on Netflix now.
I think the only sort of actual great role he's done since has been
Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man. That's the
Have
only
you seen
sort of,
it?
yeah. It's the only
Is it good?
Have you not seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's good. Yeah, it's a weird film.
I know. It's just like I know there's like a lot of things don't sound that deep when you hear about it, but that one sounds too undeep to be good. But I'll still watch it.
No, it's kind of like the other way around. It's like like Life of Pi. It's wearing its metaphors on its sleeve. It's like the lion cannot communicate.
Yeah.
And like or not sounds a tiger. But it's like very parable almost. Whereas this is like the opposite. It's really weird. Like you're watching this, and it almost feels like odd, like quirky humor, and then you get to the end of it, and it's like, oh, actually, this all meant something.
That's cool though. But yeah, the
plot.
It's
pretentious.
I imagined it would be. The plot of the Woman in Black. What's the plot going on?
Well, you've seen the play, so
I've seen the play.
I don't know how different it'll be actually.
A lot.
Oh, really? So to my memory,
there's a big device. There's not
to my memory. Daniel Radcliffe goes to a village, and I think it's kind of meant to be set in like I think like the 1800s, sort of witch sort of maybe 1700s. I don't know.
Is it then? Is it
something like that? I would guess. I would guess. I don't know. But it's one of these like they don't have mobile phones. That's all.
Yeah, that's
to
so.
my
Yeah,
memory.
the plot can happen because
To my memory. Oh, they have trains though. Oh, maybe it's more like 1900s. I don't know.
I think like Victorian times.
Crap. I don't know. But yeah, so he goes to this village, and it's one of these like wicker man sort of like talk of the town. Yeah. As they all talk about the thing, the boost,
the event, and
exactly. Remain indoors. But they, and then he basically investigates this house. I can't remember why. Again, it's more just like trying to force a plot. And then
is he an estate agent? Is that what it was?
I think it might be, yeah. And then
there's this,
woman in black who people see. I think she died in a bog or some crap.
Is that what it was?
I think so. Like, is this that different from the play? Is it?
No, there's just a device in the play that they don't use in the book or the film.
Fair. Is it making it good? Oh.
Yeah, that's basically it. Good, but like the Daniel Radcliffe character in the play, he's an old man now, and he's got an actor he's hired an actor to act out his life story with Woman in Black to like liberate himself of the trauma. So the entire play is just those two acting out the scenes, the important.
Whereas this film is like, jump scares.
Yeah.
Like, right, okay.
There's a bit of that, I guess, in the play, but it doesn't matter because it's few and far between.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah.
But this film, it's kind of like Man of Steel as well. You get a bit of fatigue. Building up the horror film, and then there's a fire in a house, and he runs in and goes like, "Oh, what's this?" And
what's this?
What's it?
What's this?
He runs in, and there's a kid, and then the woman's in the corner, and he's like, "Oh no!" But the real issue with this film is that what made Jaws scary.
You never see
the Exorcist scary. Well, that's good actually, yeah. But even just like they're afraid of it, like they actually are going, "Oh crap!" And like in even Paranormal Activity, everyone with Paranormal Activity, they're shitting themselves because
they look scared. They look scared, yeah.
Whereas he literally sees a demon. And he knows it's not like it's I thought I saw this figure. He knows that he's been told, by the way, there's this woman in black, she's a demon or whatever, and she died 100, and then he sees her, and it's not even like he sees her in the corner of his eye. He's like interacting with it, and he's like, oh, and just leaves. There's no, and like he goes into the house. I swear it's mental to watch. Like he's walking around this house, and he walks in a room, and then all of a sudden the rocking chair starts moving, and he doesn't go and start running. Again, some of you about Paranormal Activity as a horror film. They react as you would a little bit.
Oh, most of it.
Most of it. Granted, a little bit of it's like
wouldn't steal a Ouija board just like that guy.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Don't mess with Ouija boards. But yeah, if we were sitting here now, we heard a big bang, both of us would jump.
We'd be like,
I'd be like, what's that? Should we investigate? Whereas he just goes, oh right, and just danders in. There's no fear. And like the whole, you're just watching him watch things.
Right, you definitely don't get that in the play. That's one thing I noticed. That was not in the play. He was terrified every time.
The most enjoyable scene was we were sitting in the cinema with 3 of the people.
I know this anecdote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but go on, say it anyway.
It's not that great a story, but
we've cut it out to the other one, so they won't know it.
They won't know. It just broke the tension. He's walking around and it was the high strings, trying to break tension. And this thing appears, and this guy, quick as he could, just was like, use your wand, Harry! And the whole, after that, the whole cinema was just why are we watching this?
Well, that's the film ruined.
Yeah, that was the tension. Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
so we wasted everyone's money, that guy.
Yeah.
If you was... Yeah, so you don't want your money back.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't put out there
I want to give
an
him my
announcement,
money.
Right?
I want to take my money back and give it to him.
Everyone's going to be writing in saying, I was that guy. So we just give him all your money.
I am Spartacus, yeah. But yeah, it was very, I don't even mean it in a, because I'm not a big, I quite like horror films. I'm not a big horror, I wouldn't go to see every horror film that comes out.
No.
I haven't seen all 8 Saw films.
No, they all look like the same films. Every horror film looks like an advert for the same film.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't care that much about it, but no, there's no great horror film that's just jump scares. No, none of its best horror films are that, and that's exactly what this film
What is your favourite horror film?
Probably The Shining,
The Shining, fair
enough. I don't think I can beat that in a lot of ways.
I really like 28 Days Later.
Yeah. But see, and neither of them are jump scare films.
No, they're not. They might be one or two.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But as in, the film's more about pushing, pushing you, and
100%. 100%.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so like, I came out of this film and I was going, right, I mean, I wasn't going to be scared by this film. I'm not really, I don't really jump in the cinema.
Yeah.
I'm not really that kind of person.
Mate, I'm not that bloke, yeah.
You know, in the sense, I don't laugh out loud.
No, I
really.
never do, even if I find them funny.
I'm like, this is
Oh,
good.
I'm
having a good time.
That was a good joke, I say.
I think I obviously do get it, like, I've jumped in films, but I mean, like, I don't exactly watch films and go, oh. Yeah. But I thought, oh, this is another one of those crap horror films. Like, everyone will forget about it 2 months later. And then people this day will come up to me like, have you seen The Woman in Black? And people I knew, I was like, oh, I don't want to see it. And they're like, why? It was really scary. Like, are you mental? Like, that film was literally awful.
Are you mental? That's an important word in this list of films. Are you mental when you hear the people's response? Yeah.
But yeah, this is not a... What's the word I'm looking for? This isn't the other ones have been films I haven't enjoyed as much. This is a film that is genuinely awful. It's a terrible film.
That's fair.
It's so not memorable. And then the ending, which I'm gonna happily spoil. No spoilers.
Well, it's in the place. So I don't know.
So who cares?
They not gonna listen.
Do you want to be honest? They spoiled it themselves with this film.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter anyway.
They've ruined enough already.
They've destroyed the woman. Oh, you know, she moved on. Like kind of like The Exorcist. They do that. Everyone wants to do that now, where the demon gets passed on somehow. And he just goes to the train to go collect his daughter, and then she appears and dies in the train. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
So,
I mean, why? And maybe it makes sense.
He died. He died on the train.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. As in, he gets like hit by a train.
Okay. The child dies in the play. He doesn't.
I think obviously he can't die in the play because
he's telling the story. Yeah.
He might not, but I know she definitely died. But all I know is it was very much a, oh, it's over, or is it?
Yeah.
You know, like in the one of the newer Jason films. When they're in the boat, have you seen this? They do it in all the freaking Jason films and stuff as well. As in the hockey mask and the...
Oh, sorry, Jason Voorhees, yeah.
Voorhees, is that his name?
That's his name, I think.
I can't even remember the name of the actual films.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, yeah.
He's not even the killer in the first one, he is his mother.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
but like they do that in those films as well, where he has his head bludgeoned in, he gets hung, and he gets drowned, he's like, dead 4 times, but then jump out of the water. And that's what Woman in Black does that.
That to me is Flanderization in a way.
Yeah, it's like sequel.
Because they just become more mindless killing machines as it goes on.
Yeah, exactly. And it becomes then, what was the point?
Yeah.
Like, he interacted with this woman and he went to all his effort just to, and then he passed on, it's over. She's claimed her aspect or whatever. And then it's just like, no, sorry. Which becomes...
And there is a sequel too.
Is there? Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, The Angel of Death or something. Not him again.
Which is like, what's the point? Like, what was the point in him starting this film?
That got forgotten
knew where it was going to go
as well. The second one. Like, nobody remembered that.
But I'll move on before I cry a little bit about that one. But yeah, that is... Please.
So this will be, I think, 5 now we're on, or are we on 6?
This is...
Let's see what we've done so far. So we've done...
This is 5.
This is 5, okay.
This one's a bit odd, but
I just saw it and I thought,
So I don't hate this film. I should really point out, but I wasn't blown away by it. Finding Dory.
Oh, fair enough.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I liked it. I
didn't dislike it.
I was close to being blown away. I'll be honest.
I was close. So this film's on what, 2 years now? I think. 2 years ago?
I don't think it's gonna be 3 years. It was when we came back for 3rd year, I just seen it.
Fair. Yeah.
When I came back, I should say.
But I love it. But
oh no, it's not. It's no fun. Yeah. Anyway.
No, it was a really good film. I do mean that it was a very good film. But people said that it was one of the best Pixar films when it came out. I think people are starting to not bother with that anymore.
Yeah. But no, they've stopped now. It's not up, is it?
To me, exactly. To me, this was like a 7 out of 10, whereas the first one's like a 9.
9.
And the fact it took 12 years for the sequel to come out. I think so, something like that.
It was, I think, 14.
14, was it?
Yeah, I could.
I know The Incredibles is something like 15, 16.
Mental. I've stopped caring about them.
Yeah,
I really have, and I loved The Incredibles as well.
Yeah, I know, because every year it's like, it's coming out next year.
It's coming out, yeah, and it's like, no, it won't.
But, no, so I did, Finding Dory, plot summary. I really liked that it's exactly started after Finding Nemo.
Yeah, direct.
Literally
direct
within,
continuation.
You could watch the two and you would struggle. It's kind of like watching Rogue One to A New Hope. It's it feeds straight in.
Yeah, and there's no jarring, changing effects.
It's not like
that
a
you
3
get,
months later.
yeah.
It's literally like you can watch the two films. You obviously edit the the title sequence and the credits.
Yeah.
And you can watch the two films. You notice some differences, but
yeah, not a lot.
but it does very much occur within like 20 minutes of the last one ending. And it follows Dory, obviously, and her memory problems to try and find her parents. But do you want to be honest? My real dislike for this film, the one thing that made me go, oh, and I don't know if it's just me.
Right.
But
is it that the octopus walks around a lot?
no, actually no. It was the fact that Dory, like in the first film, it represents sort of is a very lovely character with mental illness.
Yeah.
And they really depicted sort of like here's a character and there's no sort of obviously there's jokes about it, but they don't use it as some stupid trope. They don't use it as it's just here's a character, means well, has something different about them, but that's fine. And like the whole moral is that like it's still friends, even though
thick and thin.
Yeah, exactly. And like after it all, they still get they find the sun and
So
and it's a lovely. It all
yeah.
ties in.
And
Whereas
you can tell jokes at the end, Marlon can as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Who needs an enemies?
Yeah. Whereas when finding Dory, the whole plot of Finding Dory is literally like focuses in on Dory can't remember.
Oh, that's a fair point.
That annoyed me.
That's genuinely
And I don't think it should. At the second
flanderized again.
Yeah, the second
flanderized.
I didn't like. I just walked into the film. I was really excited to see it. And the second I was like, hey, wait a minute, that was the whole film. Not ruined for me, but I was like, oh.
I see what you mean. I didn't notice it. I see what you mean. I need to watch it again.
The flashbacks and the where are my parents? And and there was no
that
need
bit
for
was
that.
heart-wrenching when she was a little kid.
Yeah.
I think that's why, because you said that thing about it's like she is slanderized, and when you were saying that, I was like, ooh, which was on my list now because that has ruined her a bit. But then I remembered that scene at the beginning where she's a baby. I realised that made me feel too much to put it.
That's fair. Yeah, like
to say
again,
it's bad
with Pixar,
below, yeah.
I think sometimes Pixar don't make fully amazing films like the whole film, but they're like 6-minute segments in films.
Oh, well, Up is another classic example, yeah.
That is actually arguably one of the. It's scarier than anything Pixar have ever done. Is that her just swimming away and being like, "Where am I?" No, that's her gone. She has no recollection. Like, as in, she swims away from her parents, and that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did enjoy it, and it was really good. But I just found it very, as you said, flanderized. It was very like, let's take something, and let's go this direction now. And I didn't feel it needed it. And if it had come out within 2 years of the film, I would have been like, they're cashing out on it. That's what films do. Whereas 12 years for something I felt a bit like, what, I didn't need it.
That's fair. I can see what you mean there. Yeah.
It was enjoyable, but that's my only 2 cents on it. That's my only ooh. I don't know. And I don't know if I'm wrong for that,
You're probably right. I didn't notice it myself, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
But I could watch it again now and be like, ooh, maybe. I really like the characters in this one. And I said this on the other list, you know what I'm going to say now? I said it about 12 times last time.
Oh, yeah.
They were all there for a reason.
That's
and they
true.
were in there. That's what. So that, maybe that won me over more than everything else about the film.
And I don't think it's a real issue with the film. That is the point. The flanderizing is the point of the film. It's the plot. But I think it was just because I was like, the second I thought that, I was like, it's in the same way, when you notice something with someone, you're like, that annoys me now.
Oh, it's all you can see.
Yeah, I think it's just like that. It's one of those things that I was like, oh no.
He's got a bit of a big nose. I didn't notice.
Yeah,
oh my god,
that's it.
Totally did.
Yeah.
With the rest of his face, it's just a massive nose now.
So I think that's how I felt with the film. I was just like, is this what we're doing?
That's fair.
I shouldn't have maybe, but yeah.
I don't know. It's making me want to watch it again. That's not really the aim.
I think if we watched it again, you might enjoy it a little less, and I enjoy it more. I think
it'd be interesting.
I'd happily rewatch it.
Yeah,
and it was good, but again, just a bit like. Oh. But yeah, I don't want to say too much because I do actually like. It was a good film, and I'm fine with it. I don't think. Yeah. I don't feel bad that it'll be a sequel.
Yeah, but it was anticlimactic.
Yeah. But it's end of the day, it's still but it's still, But anyway, what do you call it? Right, my next one then.
Yeah, your next one.
6, I believe.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go Django Unchained.
Oh my god. I love this film as well.
I don't know how to feel about this film anymore. It's a weird film.
I really like it.
It's another one. The only thing I'll say about it is it's another one of the films where it had an idea and it kind of just lost the plot.
Derailed.
So like it starts off as the opening scene being
yeah.
the dentist and he's a slave and it's really brutal about his slavery. And then it slowly just becomes this really bizarre Kill Bill 3 film. Well, actually, they're making a Kill Bill 3. But
They are. Oh my god, 2 is too many.
2 is too many, yeah. He wanted it to be one, like, 5-hour film.
Yeah, he wanted it to be really long, didn't he?
Literally, he should just stop with the first one.
Yeah.
It's fine, even though she
Abu killing Bill in that, just that one.
Don't even have her killing it, could be ironic.
Could be, yeah. She doesn't, and there's a non-indicative name, yeah. What's the plot, do you think, of Django?
So, the slave picks up a slave. Kurt Russell's character picks up a slave, which is Jamie Foxx.
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz.
Hateful Eight.
Or not Kurt Russell. Who's Kurt Russell? Sorry.
He's in Hateful Eight.
That's who I'm thinking. Sorry, Christoph Waltz. Sorry. What do you call it? So Christoph Waltz, who I must say, fantastic casting. He's a great actor.
He is, yeah. I think they all are in this film.
I think Jamie Foxx is a bit of a miscast. I think that's a bit of a.
I'm glad it wasn't Will Smith though. It was going to be him at first, apparently. Yeah, apparently so.
It's about the film is actually about a dad who's divorced. He's like got a son. And he's like trying to make his way. But yeah, no, he grabs a slave. And it turns out that Christoph Waltz's character is a bounty hunter, and he wants to take out these people, and he uses Django because Django
knows what they look like.
He's been in these ranches essentially, so he was an easy person to work with, and then they form a sort of partnership. Both become sort of bounty hunters, become friends. And then they try to take on DiCaprio.
Yeah, it leads from saving the wife.
DiCaprio is incredible in this film.
He is fantastic. He's despicable, isn't he?
He is despicable.
Every scene you want to punch him in the face.
DiCaprio should stop playing smouldering teen characters and just play assholes.
Even like the tiny lines he says, and he's like dripping with just scorn. It's like, so in the parlor we will be serving white cake.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking cunt.
He's just, I don't know how to describe it. He's like, I think because I find Tarantino. I mean, he's a scumbag. He's a piece of shit. Like he's not.
I don't know enough about him.
How I'd sum him up is after the Harvey Weinstein stuff came out.
Yeah,
being like the allegations and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
Tarantino came out and was like, I knew about them, but I couldn't do anything about them. Like, why? So you're just making this about you? Number one, number two. That's a horrible thing to say. Like it's just like you're a piece of shit. Like you genuinely aren't a good person. That and the fact that there's things if he wasn't this love director, I enjoy Django Unchained, but to say it's like the fact that film students are studying like Kill Bill and Pulp Fiction and stuff, said it's like the greatest film ever made.
Oh, Pulp Fiction is overrated. Yeah,
so
that was nearly on my.
I probably should have put it on my list rather than Django, to be honest. But Django's more of an interesting one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely is.
It's just
I like him.
It has a lot of great scenes. So DiCaprio is really good at it. The KKK scene is hilarious.
I can't see out of a damn. Yeah.
Can we just agree that the hoods were a mistake this time? Yeah. That's hilarious. But and again, it has some really good depictions of slavery. But then, like, then there's just this hour and a half where they just like feel like they just. It's basically how many times can Tarantino whip out the N word? Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, and I just find it really odd.
The payoff was enough for me to forget all that, though.
Okay.
Because that ending is one of the most satisfying things I've seen ever. Just watching it, like, really, yes, come on, my son!
If a film can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it boils down to, like, I can't watch that film without the sort of racial filter on it, where I'm like, is this guy just a racist, and he makes films so he can be racist? Does that make sense? Like, it feels to me...
I don't know whether he is, though. Like,
do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, and I think because I've got that filter on now, I can't enjoy.
The film's ruined, even though you can see where it's being good.
Yeah, it's kind of like with Pulp Fiction's another one where, like, I thought that the dialogue was ironic the entire time.
And it's not a joke.
And it's not. No. That's how he thinks people talk. He thinks that people go like, "Did you know it's not called that in Paris. What are you talking about? What is this like?
Damn, that's a tasty beverage.
I thought it was like, how Kevin Smith's films are very like the dialogue's like
speech centric.
It's like it's meant to be bull. Like the whole class.
I think he comes across as way more real though.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But do you know what I mean? It's meant to be like very cinema, like it's very meant to be. It's very I can't even think how to word this. Like it's meant to be very like ideologic nerds talking about a film.
Yeah, talking about the series of Down North and Empire Strikes Back
exactly.
and Clerks.
And how the flipping contractors were they at fault, how the rebels are maybe just terrorists. And that's a really great fun. Whereas when you watch Tarantino, it feels a lot more like, are you trying? Is this what you're doing? Do you think that people do heroin and do you know what I mean? It just feels really disjointed and really unneeded.
That's fair.
I don't know. I just Django I have a very weird relationship with it because I enjoyed it when I first watched it, but I didn't enjoy it enough to be like, what is this?
Yeah.
A film that brags about using freaking the N word once every 30 seconds or something.
Does it brag about that?
It's it was oh, we've used it the most.
Oh.
Which is a weird thing.
Why is that good?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't I feel like I shouldn't like it. There's a guilt there.
Oh, I'm fine with liking it. I just think it's a good.
Do you know what I mean? It feels dirty or something to me. It feels wrong the whole time. But having said that, DiCaprio's method acting. Well, I say method acting.
Well, when he cut his hand and he
kept going,
it rubs the blood in his face.
That's an incredible scene.
He deserves 5 Oscars. For
that.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say much more again. I don't know. It's a film I think I'm going to be debating myself for years how I feel about it.
No, I'm glad it's not one of them for me. I unambiguously think it's great.
Fair. That's fair.
So Django Unchained there, folks. What's your next one?
My next one.
What number are we on as well? That's it.
I think that's 7, is it?
Was that set? So we got 3 left.
Yeah, it's my 7th. But no, 4 left. So.
4 left, right.
Oh, I don't know if you'll agree with this one or not.
Go on.
It's a bit of an odd one.
It's a Rogue One, is it?
No. No.
Oh no, not Rogue One.
Is it a Rogue One?
No,
it's a very, very. It's a modern classic comedy.
Okay.
That I just don't get the appeal of, really.
Oh, I'm interested.
The Hangover.
Yeah, I nearly put it on mine.
It's not funny, really.
It's not funny.
It's the film. So obviously the plot of the film is these 4 lads wake up. Well, they build up that they're going on a stag do. And then he basically roofies them, and then they wake up and they've all hilarity ensues, and it's sort of a memory film.
And they're looking for the groom as well. Yeah.
But the film doesn't really. Well, number 1, the film doesn't go anywhere for the whole film. Number 2, the plot is another one of these. That's not how things work. As in, it's plot for plot stuff. People don't take roofies and wake up with a tiger in their room. That doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? That's it. It feels very plot. Wouldn't this be funny, lads?
Oh, the entire film is that.
And to me, the film's about them. The film's about the mad nights out, the drinking and the partying, and bringing hookers home, but yet the film doesn't do that. It's all of them. It's just them describing a good night. The film feels
the night would be better than
the film
produced.
To me the film feels like FOMO, fear of missing out. When you if you didn't go out, people tell you the next day she was so
amazing,
drunk. She was so drunk that she was vomiting on the floor. You're like, well, I didn't see it. It would have been funnier to see it.
Yeah.
I can appreciate it now and be like, oh, that would be funny.
That would be funny, yeah.
I wasn't there.
It's a good thing you didn't go there. Just be like, there's a woman vomiting on the floor. We're just laughing at this. There's a tiger in the bathroom.
But yeah, it just felt, and then the plot just they just sort of, I don't know, it just feels, it's do you know what it is? Basically, Dude, Where's My Car?
I was just about to say exactly that. I was going to say Dude, Where's My Car did it better a few years before. Yeah. And it's a sci-fi as well then, so you can,
Dude, Where's My Car is meant to be really stupid.
Yeah.
It's meant to be
the continuum time function.
The fact the film's called Dude, Where's My Car should sum it up for it, whereas The Hangover, has an all-star cast. And it's, well, it probably would have been an all-star. I mean, Bradley
Cooper, yeah,
is a massive actor.
Zach Galifianakis.
What's
going on with him now?
I don't know.
He's in a sitcom.
I think people still mix him up with Seth Rogen, I think.
Do they?
He just does that. But yeah, I don't know. It just felt very mild. There's a lot of those films I'm just it's a classic, one of the best comedies ever. And every time I get to see them, I'm just like, okay, cool. Kind of there was that trailer for was it 27 Dresses or something? I remember.
Catherine Heigl, yeah.
And they were saying this is the best comedy since Bridesmaids, and that hit. I was like, is Bridesmaids a great comedy?
27 Dresses was first, I think.
Oh, it might have been the other way around.
The other way around.
But it was one of they said a film like that.
27 Dresses.
Best film since Bridesmaids or best film since And I'm going
was that
that's a forgettable
good,
film. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the
I think
idea,
this is forgettable.
the
Yeah.
idea that the 3 Hangover films as a trilogy are like going down is great.
And they're all the same
And
film.
they're all that's it. Hangover 2 is literally Hangover 2.
Carbon copy,
because
I'd be
people
told,
didn't
yeah.
like it at least. But yeah, it's awful. And then Hangover 3 is just that, but like up a gear. Like, what if they had a few bits of sci-fi ideas in it? Like, what if he's a genius?
Who's a genius in it?
Isn't it Zach Galifianakis?
Oh, come on.
He does a Rain Man party, and you know.
Oh my god, were they not even trying anymore
It's
after
just-
that? Well, I don't know whether they've tried that much.
The first one, yeah. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels really like.
It's just alright.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit below alright, maybe just a bit bad.
Yeah,
is what I'd say.
but it wasn't bad enough to be terrible. But
No,
yeah,
but
again,
it's not a modern classic.
passable
comedy, no.
comedies are like like what we have a real problem with.
Yeah, rather than be hilarious or dreadful, he's
Yeah,
at least have an
exactly.
opinion, yeah.
The Room is funnier and it's dreadful. You know?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
So the Hangover that was, folks. We're on to his next one, which is
This is a trilogy, but it's mainly
trilogy. So this counted as
Oh
one,
no,
is
there's
it?
actually 4. There's 4 of them actually.
So yeah, so is this being counted as one or counted
It's just counted as one.
Counted as one.
So
okay.
because I don't really want to talk about it individually.
Yeah,
it's
fair
more
enough.
that this is seen as one of the greatest adventure films ever.
Indiana Jones. Oh man, yes.
Indiana Jones.
Again, nearly on mine.
Sucks
Nearly on
ass.
mine.
Like it's so crap. It's just let's get Han Solo from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And put him in a hat, and it'll be really funny. He's an archaeologist, yeah. And like nothing happens for well, there's not a 5th one coming up.
Yeah, there is, and he
Without-
looked too old, about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
so what's he
without
gonna look
Shia
like now?
LaBeouf as well. So what's the point?
Oh, well, we know where I feel about him.
Yeah, I mean, Shia LaBeouf's terrible in that 4th film, but it would have been fun to have it. You know,
I just don't like him.
no, he should. No one should. But
No
that's
one
okay.
should.
But yeah, no, Indiana Jones, like, it's crap. It's all crap. Like, so I'll focus mainly on the first one, shall
On
I?
the first one, yeah. Let's go. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Because I
is the
think
first
if you're
one.
gonna watch them, it's kind of like when people talk about Lord of the Rings, you talk about the Fellowship, you don't talk about all 3.
No.
Because if you're gonna watch it, you watch the first
Yes,
one.
sequential.
So I'll just talk about the first one, and then I might go on a rant.
Yeah,
about
you might
how
say,
the
you might
fourth one is the
mention.
worst film
Yeah,
ever
it's
made.
the worst film.
No,
Okay.
it's not, but that's, yeah. So the plot is Indiana Jones is a rogue scoundrel. Oh, and it's typecast and gets Harrison Ford to play it. And he's an archaeologist, even though he doesn't do any archaeology, which is a classic trope of the film anyway, isn't it? They're like, fun fact.
He has the lampshade in the 4th one, quite refreshingly. He like shoots a poison dart in someone's mouth, and Shia LaBeouf is like, "You're a teacher." That's a good line, to be fair. But yeah,
so he then gets caught up in an adventure involving the Nazis.
Does indeed.
As you do. And they're trying to find the Ark of the Covenant.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are.
I was like, I was doubting myself the second I said that. I was like, that's not the right word, but it is, yeah. And he goes on this big adventure to try and get it before the Nazis. And then spoilers, they just get it first anyway, and it just ends.
Yeah, there's a Big Bang Theory episode that says if he wasn't in the film, it'd be
doesn't
the same
matter.
film.
But
Yeah.
to be honest, like this shouldn't have been the film in the first place. It's awful. I don't get it.
I tried watching it like a few years ago, and the acting was so stilted.
Well, that's
And,
what they
like,
said about
nonsense
Harrison Ford. He's a bit
like,
of a 50-50
Hey,
actor.
I am a hero, you are a woman.
Like, get
I
him.
am a villain, ho ho!
Get him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, oh no, this
it's just got no charm. And there's like the one thing I'll say about it is the music's great, but that's nothing to do with the film, really, is it? Just, yeah, that's about it. I think, to be honest, I mean, like the fact that isn't Harrison Ford? Am I right in saying he is the highest grossing actor of all time?
Is he actually?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'll have to look that up. I didn't realise that. I didn't know he was
As
that.
in, not that he's been paid the most, but as in, like, of franchises he's been in and whatnot, which makes
That's
sense.
true. That's
I mean,
true.
He's in literally Blade Runner, the Blade Runner series, the
This.
Indiana Jones series, and
Star Wars.
And then he's done a few other films like himself.
Age of Adeline.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that film?
No, actually.
Really good.
I've heard he's really... Because I doubted him as an actor, and apparently he's really good in that.
He's really good at that. It's an impressive film all around,
So-
Age of Adeline. But
yeah,
yeah, because one of my friends from home, because we were on about this, and a new Indiana Jones being coming out, and this friend doesn't even really dislike Indiana Jones. He just thinks, nah, they're alright. But he said, like, I'm not being funny. Who says no to Star Wars and yes to another Indiana Jones film?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, yeah. Like, he demanded to be killed off.
Yeah, in Force Awakens, yeah. Spider.
He's actually been in less Star Wars films as well. Because he's only in the 3.
The 3. In the 4, if you
Oh, sorry, he's in the 4th, yeah. But now he's going to be in 5 in the Indiana Jones film.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually true.
And why? I don't know. Maybe if I grew up like in the 80s and I went to see that film when it came out, I would love it. But like I don't know, and I don't know if it's aged badly or whatnot. But
I think it hasn't stood the test of time.
Do you
in the
think that's
slightest.
it is?
Yeah,
There's
it just hasn't travelled.
there's literally nothing to it. To me, there's no like.
Some of the action scenes are okay. For
Yeah, and
when
I
it
don't
came
mean
out.
it no like I don't mean it's totally terrible, but the fact that it's one of the best selling franchises of all
I
time.
know. And they're all just two-dimensional characters doing
Yeah,
generically impressive things.
So I don't know. I just don't know. There's again maybe people would feel the same way about Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and stuff, but to me this is like the fact that this is in the same sort of level of franchise that big and that gets that many awards and people like
You know how I want if they do a fifth one. Well, they are, and they.
Well, they are, definitely, yeah.
So you know, like how we used to always like leave his hat and then he'd grab it back when the thing was closing. I want him to get more confident and go, I can actually like he puts his head back in to put the hat on, and then his head just gets chopped off and he dies, and that's where I want
Shy
to
takes over. And so the best film ever made. There you go.
Without it, probably. I mean, just
and
green
then,
screen.
You've seen the fourth one, haven't you?
Yeah, in the cinema.
Yeah, as a film, I'm still dealing with trauma wise from the cinema.
I need to watch it again.
It was like plot, aliens.
I didn't even think that was the main problem with it, though. The aliens.
I think the whole build up to it anyway was terrible.
I think it was already like it was probably already a bad film because it's not like any of the Indiana Joneses were realistic. Is always my argument. Yeah. Like the first one had demons, the second one had Kalima.
Oh Jesus!
And then what did the third one have? That was bizarre about that. I can't remember.
What's the third one?
Sean Connery is.
Oh Jesus!
I think that's the bizarre thing. Having Sean Connery as his father.
Just so I don't know. I can't. Maybe people say the same thing about Pirates of the Caribbean. It's weird. But that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like, maybe because
we grew up with it. Oh, that'll be the same problem. Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. But yeah, I don't know if in 30 years people watch Pirates of the Caribbean and be like, why was this an Oscar film? What was this like?
But yeah, I hope not. I bloody hope not. But I think
I wouldn't agree with that. But it just like that's the only comparison I have.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I would say again too much. I think I'm just in a complaining mood. This is
I don't. Yeah, it's gonna when I do mine. I don't like hate Indiana Jones, but I definitely think it's overrated. But I had a feeling you might have put that on there,
fair.
So that's why I didn't. I thought.
And again, if it was just a random film, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, if it wasn't this acclaimed piece of genius. Yeah.
And the fact that I see I was watching the Goldbergs the other day, freaking.
I was just when you said about growing up in the 80s, I was like,
Goldbergs,
yeah.
And he's like the greatest film ever.
Yeah,
and that's what made me think of it. It was like greatest film ever, my favorite film ever. Indiana Jones. It's like what? He's meant to be a film buff, and obviously he's a kid.
Yeah, but he likes all the generic things the kids bring them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like the Goonies he loves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he's like queues up for Star Wars and that.
Yeah.
So. But yeah.
So what number are we on for this next one? So that was the Indiana Jones quadrology. There is one thing.
Number 9.
Number 9 we're on now.
I don't know how you feel about this film.
Go on.
This should be a bit of fun. Pitch Perfect.
I quite like it.
Ooh,
I don't like think it's amazing, but I enjoyed that.
I just don't think it lands very well. So obviously the plot, I'll throw that in. Says like this is an old film. It's like flipping 8 years old now.
Yes, like 2012.
Well, maybe it's not as old as I think it is. To be fair, I don't know. But anyway, so Anna Kendrick joins a school, and they do.
It's a uni. Yes, a uni.
Sorry, they all do a cappella, and there's the Troublemakers, which I must say of the film that is the best part of it. That name alone is amazing. So you got the Troublemakers and the
Bellas. Yeah, the Bard and Bellas.
And it's a male and a female a cappella, and then basically it's the plot of Glee after that.
And Romeo and Juliet a bit because they're from Warren, the love interest, they're from Warren.
And then they just throw them together at the end. And there's not even like it's just
to be fair, I don't know whether his romantic subplot fitted in with the rest of the film.
I think it's so awkward, isn't it? It's just,
and she is like unnecessarily really nasty to him a lot of times. It's just fine at the end.
I just found the film very like gag, and it just most of them didn't land.
I still
I found it awkward to watch a wee bit.
I did like the music though. I know that's not all the film.
To be fair, I'm not a big fan of that stuff anyway, so I don't really buy into that.
But I don't like sit down and listen to like the original songs, but when something about you're in a cover in a film sung by the characters, it'll almost always be good. We
actually should talk about that at some point, I think, because
covers in films.
I was watching Trolls the other day, and that's obviously another jukebox film.
Anna Kendrick too,
Anna Kendrick. I quite like Anna Kendrick, to be honest.
I do. I hope she has a good life.
She hope she has a good life.
You know who she was going out with until like a few years ago?
Shoot.
Edgar Wright.
No, she wasn't.
I
like her. That's fine.
That's a power couple.
She must be a
right
nice
there.
person. That's fine. I rewatched Hot Fuzz like last week, and it's still one of the best ones I've ever seen.
I added Edgar Wright when I posted on Twitter. Like, if you like the films about Edgar Wright,
please.
I thought his fans might have seen it and they might have gone, I do, yeah, let's click on this. But anyway, back to Pitch Perfect. Sorry, that was my fault.
So she is an acapella, and it's very, like, I mean, it's basically, it was a cash out in Glee. Whether you love the film or hate the film, that's
no fair.
Because there was Glee,
reasonable,
there was Glee Club, and the TV show, there was like American
I know, yeah.
But, and then, so there's a weird love subplot. Doesn't it have the freaking awful line in this where she's like, he says Darth Vader to her, and she's like,
Vader means
father.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's
Vader
that's
is father in German.
Like, her logic doesn't even make sense anyway. It's not even
it's
German
still,
father.
And even if it was, that doesn't necessarily mean it's Luke's father.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's calling him Vader, so he's everyone's father.
And it isn't German as well. That was just a lie. They basically clearly just wrote the script on it, like, oh, that'll do. But yeah, a lot of the guy, I found, like, I'm trying to remember her actual Melissa McCarthy, is it? Who plays Fanny and Me?
Oh no, that's shit, wasn't it? Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson. Basically the 4 women who were in the Ghostbusters film.
Was Rebel Wilson in Ghostbusters?
Oh, she wasn't. I don't know.
Melissa McCarthy was.
Melissa McCarthy was. I threw them all together. Basically, it's like Amy
They were both in Bridesmaids. Melissa McCarthy and Rebel Wilson.
There you go. I can't tell the difference anymore. Like they're all bland to me. So that's this is how older people feel about Jesse Eisenberg and Michael Cera. They don't look alike at all, but like
they don't look similar.
But if you don't care about those films, you wouldn't.
You're like, oh, it's him from Juno in Zombieland. It's not him from Juno.
But I find it like I was like, oh, food. Yeah, I just find it really like shut up, like just shut up. I don't care. It was a really, I don't know. It was one of these films that I can't explain, but it's like the second one of the jokes didn't land, I was out of it. Like for the rest of the film, I was like, shut up, stop it, shut up.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
I quite like this film. I'm
sorry.
To be honest. No, this is better than meeting the brief if we done like.
Yeah, fair. It's just it's stupid stuff. It's on. Being advertised loads on E4 recently, and that one clip and it annoys me.
That's where I watched it actually.
Really?
E4 first.
Right.
Not the other day.
Oh, fair, yeah. But they're like, let's match pitch, and then they sing a harmony. It's not even match pitch. Like, as in they're like, let's match pitch, and then they go do do do, and I'm like, no, like.
And like the fact that the girl who makes no noise at all is selected for the choir. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
I know it's rule of thumb,
and
they still really serious about winning.
She gets notes, and then they go up and sing bass. Because obviously that's how things work, you know.
Yeah.
And the vomit scenes. I don't know.
Oh, that's just that bit. Yeah, that doesn't.
I just find too much of it. Maybe some of it would be funnier if I saw clips of it.
Yeah.
But like as a whole, as I was watching it, I just felt loads of it didn't land. And it's kind of like when you watch a stand-up comedian and they bomb once.
Yeah.
And for the rest of it,
I'm out of it now. Yeah.
That like it makes you realize, oh, this is just a person standing on stage.
Yeah.
Like, so that's how I felt. This film just felt like they've just read the script and they haven't like even read over it twice. They've just like thrown it away.
I could probably watch it now and be like, yeah, maybe. So I actually look forward to seeing how I'd react with that in my mind.
But yeah, and again, this is that we're meant to offend each other a little bit in this.
Otherwise we haven't met the brief.
Yeah, exactly.
Popular films that we dislike.
But yeah, Pitch, I don't care about it. I'm sorry.
That's fair enough. I don't love it, right? I just thought quite good. Yeah.
So
a bit better than fine, just good, but not really good.
Yeah,
that's right.
But I'll finish up with my last one.
Go on.
Here we go. It's another Oscar bait film.
Oh, I probably don't like it then.
The theory of everything.
I've got no interest in seeing it. I really
keep it that way.
I don't like biopics. I don't like films about real people.
Really?
Like as soon as it says like. I know a lot of them aren't actually based on true story, but when it's a real person...
you mean like Good Will Hunting isn't really a biopic?
No, it's fictional.
Someone who's like based on... Yeah.
But this is an ambiguously Stephen Hawking. I was like, I don't want to watch a film about someone who's real.
Yeah.
There's that Narco series on Netflix. Could be amazing.
It's quite good, actually.
Could be amazing, yeah, but it's just like, it's about a real guy. That just puts me off straight away.
There is that Pablo Escobar's so mental that like...
You surprised it's fictional, yeah. But yeah, anyway...
So
the plot.
Eddie Redmayne plays Stephen Hawking as I think he was 23 or 24 when he was. I know more about the plot from what I already knew about Stephen Hawking.
About Stephen Hawking,
really obnoxious than me like that. Just thinking as well, it's very similar to The Imitation Game, but I should have put that on my list.
Oh,
that's another one I really didn't like.
Yeah,
but anyway,
didn't like. Yeah,
people don't like that much as well.
No, that's not as loved.
But theory of everything. So Eddie Redmayne does another Oscar-bait film because that's all he does at this point. And he plays Stephen Hawking basically as he's a bit of a genius, and he is finishing his degree. Well, he's finished his degree, but he's doing this sort of research PhD, and he gets diagnosed, and they said, "Hey, you've got 2 years to live. Basically, you've got no time left." And within about a year and a half, you'll be like, in a wheelchair, and and it's gonna get really, really bad, really regressive. You're gonna get really, really ill, and obviously we know that. This is one of those things where the real story is much better than the film. Like the true story of him.
Wasn't he like not that nice to his wife?
Oh, he's a piece of shit. Yeah. Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, he's like didn't he have like loads of affairs or something?
He's been in
and they've
3 marriages, and there's a lot of abuse. And to be fair, he was also abused, but yeah, he's not a very
none of that in the film.
No,
he's
an angel.
Of course he is.
But yeah, they gloss over a lot of stuff and sort of make him out to be like troubled genius. He's trying so hard. It's like in real life he was obnoxious. And what really annoys me is that like his big discovery isn't like I've come up with a theory of everything. That isn't what Stephen Hawking was doing at university. That's not at all what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like me writing an Einstein film and being like him as a 20-year-old being like, there's relativity. Like, I mean, no, that's not what happened at all. But, all right, yeah, it's a little bit right.
I will have an Oscar.
Yeah, exactly. The plot sort of matches up, but off by like 20 years,
Oh, well, if they're going to do that, they may as well have just done a fictional character loosely based on
exactly like Good Will Hunting.
Get away with exactly.
Because there is Good Will Hunting, like the thing he solves is a real mathematical thing, but it's not that impressive, and people get it, people get obnoxious about that stuff. But anyway, so it's about him, and he meets this girl, and he's having trouble.
Plays her.
She looks like Amy Pond from Doctor Who. But it's not her.
Gillan.
Yeah, it's not her. I can't remember actually.
I thought it was Felicity Jones.
It might be actually. It might be.
Check. I haven't got Wi-Fi. I'll check later, and you won't. Anyone listening won't know.
Yeah,
that's just from my side. Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, so he falls in love with her, and it's about how he's trying to be a genius, but oh no, he fell out of his wheelchair, and it's just nothing happens for 2 hours. It's really boring.
I know. That's good. A lot of the ones when we get to my films, a lot of them I say the pacing is really bad.
It's the same as it's basically the same plot as the Russell Crowe film.
Diving down the Beautiful No, Beautiful Mind. Beautiful Mind, yeah.
But
that's right.
Where the difference there is that Beautiful Mind then becomes granted. Beautiful Mind isn't a great film either. It's all right.
Better though, isn't it?
It's better. It's much better. Yeah, it's fine. It's not a great film, but it is quite good.
Yeah, that's all you need.
But it's a much more interesting. And it's not even that the characters are more interesting. It's just that their depiction, because they really dive into his mind. And they really do die. And granted, they do, like, the stuff he talks about, like, mathematically says total crap. Historically, it's a bit of total crap. They gloss over his mental illness in A Beautiful Mind, for example. Like, he actually was delusional to the point where he thought he was going to be the Emperor of Antarctica. But, like, that's too funny. That's too weird.
Yeah, they'd be like, ha.
Yeah, that's like, if you said that in the film, people would be like, no.
They'd laugh in the cinema,
yeah,
and
exactly.
then that'd be you out of the film, yeah.
So, I get that
like
as
Woman
well.
in Black.
Yeah, exactly. So, I get that. But this film never gives you, like, Stephen Hawking's an amazing character, like, an amazing person to depict, because he is troubled, but he is very, very influential, and he did think he had 2 years to live, and look at him, he's what, 60-something now?
He's got to be older.
I think he's 70, but you know what I mean, the fact that he lived, like, we're talking 25, 30 times older than he thought he would live to. Barely, but you know what I mean. And it's really,
yeah, but no, like he's still there,
and he's really interested. Even he was on the news talking about, I think it was euthanasia. He was talking about, and he said that at one point in his life he was going through the surgeries and whatnot, and the treatments, and he held his breath in the hope that he would just pass out and die. Even though he was like, I knew that you can't hold your breath and die because the second you pass out, you start breathing again. But it was that desperation.
Yeah,
like, I don't
try
want
anything. Yeah.
Whereas instead we get Eddie Redmayne being like, I'm just troubled. I'm just a
adorable.
Yeah, just like shot. Yeah. And then he is with the nurse, and then the relationship falls apart. But they don't depict that he's been cheating on her the whole time. He's a big shit. You know, they sort of do it a little bit, but not enough.
Not enough to make it.
He's just not drama. He's not compelling at all. There's no drama in this film, and the film ends with them being on good terms. So they're just like, well, life, yeah, man. Cool. And that's it. There's no, do you know what I mean? There's no, the film's just so awful to watch. From any from a biopic point of view, it's not
Yeah,
it's
it's not
totally
good. Yeah.
untrue. From
Just a
acting
drama
point of view, it's
yeah.
very pretty boy acting. I would call. And I don't really like Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne, no.
I don't like that the Danish girl, Oscar bait.
Oh yeah.
And then Fantastic Beasts, but he's a bit Asperger's. It's like, no, can you not let's not do that. We don't need to do that. Let's just act.
He's just there for me. That's
Yeah,
how I
he's just
describe him.
boring.
Like most actors for me,
He's
just there.
like, isn't he? But yeah, so just don't watch this film. Watch A Beautiful Mind instead. It's half enjoyable. It's quite enjoyable. So that's my list.
So that's Declan's complete list of popular films he likes less than most people, folks. So goodbye for now. We'll be on my list next time.
Yeah. So looking forward to it.
So we didn't have a single